So when you first buy your home, it's really important to learn about the inside of your home, how the heating system works, what the water turnoff is. But equally as important is learning about the exterior of your home. And I'm not talking about the siding, the gutters, the roof. I'm talking about the yard. I'm talking about the front yard, the backyard, where your property line ends and begins and all that. So in this video here, I'm going to share tips that will help you get to know your yard better. So let's get started. So the first thing is making sure that the mulch in your beds that border your house do not go past the cement area onto the siding. When that happens, you essentially invite moisture, you invite insects, all that to get inside the siding area, and it can cause a lot of damage. So if your mulch is built up so that you cannot see the cement foundation and all you see is sort of the siding part, break away that mulch so you can see some of the foundation. And with that, when it comes to plantings, you don't want to plant things too close to the siding of the house. You want to leave at least a few feet of space between where your house is and where you start planting your plants and things like that. So you want to make sure that you're at least 2 feet away from the house so that you don't plant too close to the house and potentially ruin the siding and the foundation and all that stuff. The next thing you want to do is, if you have a fence around your yard, is figure out if you own that fence or not. Typically, if you own the fence, you give your neighbor the nice side and you take the ugly side. But there have been instances where the owners have switched that around. So find out who owns the fence. And in addition to that, if you don't have a fenced in yard and you have trees that look like they're on the property line, find out from your neighbors who owns the tree. Because if something happens to that tree, limbs fall, the tree gets diseased and needs to get cut down, you want to know if you're the one responsible for caring for that tree. Next thing you want to do is get to know your plantings around your house. My neighbor's cutting his grass. I hope you guys can hear me. Anyhow, when you buy a house, chances are you're going to have some plantings around the house, whether it's trees, perennials, shrubs, all that kind of stuff. Get to know what they are so that you have an idea of how to care for them. And if you're not sure how to find that out, just take a picture of it, take a picture of the tree, take a picture of the leaf, because now on your iPhone, when you take a picture of something, there's a little info, there's a little icon down at the bottom that has an eye with a circle around it. And that will more than likely identify whatever it is you're taking a picture of. So if you're not sure what the type of tree is, take a picture of it, take a picture of the leaf and look it up. And this will give you a better idea of how to care for it. Find out what kind of plant, shrub, tree it is. Does it require fertilizer? What kind of fertilizer? Do you need to prune it back? If so, when? Fall, spring, that kind of stuff. So take a picture of the different shrubs, flowers, perennials, trees that you have around the yard and look them up, get to know them. The next thing you want to do, and I don't have anything here to use as an example, but you want to take a walk around your yard and see if you have any poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac, depending on where you live in the country. If you do, you want to take care of that right away. And what I would do is I would call a local landscaping company and get advice from them, because you don't want to be spraying chemicals that could potentially hurt the other flowers and plants and things like that in the yard. Find out what they use, if you can have them come out and treat the poison ivy, sumac, oak, whatever it is that you have. You want to make sure that you do that right away. And you can also ask the previous owners if they know of any in the yard. And if they do, find out where it is so you can get it taken care of. Okay, before I share the last tip with you, I just want to say, if you've gotten any value out of this video at all, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, and I would love a subscribe as well. And hit that little bell so you get notified whenever a new video drops. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask it in the comments below. I always read the comments and I always respond. And if you're looking for a home in Massachusetts, I can help you. Whether you're buying, renting, investing, or selling, certainly contact me. There's a link to my calendar in the description. Go ahead and book a time with me and I'm happy to chat. Whether it's 6 months down the road or a year and a half down the road, it's never too early to start that conversation. All right, so the last tip I have for you is When you buy a home, you get so excited to go ahead and make changes and make that home your own. When it comes to the exterior of your home, though, with your plantings, I would recommend waiting a year before you do anything major. So if you have a shrub that you're not sure what you want to do with, decide after it's been through a summer, winter, spring, and fall. So you get to see that shrub or tree or whatever during all 4 seasons. And you may decide that you want to put it somewhere else in the yard, or you may decide you want to get rid of it, in which case that's fine. Go ahead, knock yourself out. But before making big changes, wait. All right, that is it for me for now. Like I said, if you found any value from this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And I always, always, always appreciate a subscribe. And of course, click that little bell to get notified whenever a new video drops. We'll see you next time.